Hey guys, welcome to Gods Unchained with the Professor. I am joined once again with our friend FakeMews. How are you doing?
Hi everyone. Hi YouTube.
Hello, hello. All right, so we are going to be talking about our musings for this week. Today's April 13th. Let's get right to it. How was your weekend ranked, FakeMews?
Well, the way it started off is I lost my first game, and since I was in Mythic and lost my first game, naturally I went down to Diamond. Only took
Naturally.
one game to D-rank. Yeah. Then got off to a solid 2 wins and 5 losses in Diamond. So that sent me down to Solar Gold. So I was 2 wins and 6 losses, 8 games into the weekend rank. Naturally, win 8 in a row, get the 10 wins, get the Band of the Wolf packs, and yeah, that's how you do it. You get ten mythic wins, winning more games in Solar Gold than any other rank. I think that's the way it's supposed to be done. There's nothing wrong with the GU rank system right now. Just want to go ahead and point that out.
Yeah, sounds like you found the perfect strategy. I did the opposite. I battled hard to win my first game so I could stay in Mythic. I played my games in Mythic and I only won eight. So
Yeah, you gotta get those D ranks early, and then get that big streak on the end. I think for GU weekend ranks now, the saying "it's not how you start, it's how you finish" is very true. Because if you get off to a bad start, with the D ranking being as easy as it is, it's kind of advantageous to get off to that bad start and then get hot.
yeah, so clearly I was doing it wrong. Speaking of deranking, so what did you play? What caused the deranking?
Well, I lost my first game, so that was it. I lost one Gods Unchained game. That's how you D-rank now. You lose the first game and then you D-rank.
Right.
But yeah, I played everything. I'm looking for a deck. I don't have a deck. I literally don't. I'm the person who has like 17,000 decks in their workshop. They play tons of different things and yet doesn't have a deck. And that's still true for as of this filming. I have no idea what I'm playing tomorrow. I'm currently in Diamond rank as well. Yeah, I've been struggling since Band of the Wolf.
All right. All right. So tomorrow you're talking about your usual stream time, Friday nights, weekend rank stream, unless something happens, and obviously you'll update on Twitter as you mentioned before. You were saying that you currently don't know what to play, but let's talk about the top deck from this past weekend. It was from your 8M friend, associate, Tea Time. He did very well with his weekend ranked. He, I believe, won 16 or 17, but enough for his first place with a Control, Sleep, Steal, Deception. I have my thoughts on the deck, but I'd like to hear what you think first.
Yeah, the dude won 17. The deck is terrible. I was playing the deck on stream yesterday. It was horrendous. I lost 3 games before I won one. My Wednesday stream, by the way, was copying. I was in Solar Gold, by the way. I was in Solar Gold. I was copying all 10 top 10 lists and winning one game with each. And it took me 4 games to win one game with that. I don't know how he won 17 with it. I honestly don't. But
Uh,
yeah, very greedy. Control, Steal, Deception list. Apparently never ran into Radiant Dawn at any point in his run. I don't understand how that happened. But yeah, I mean it's great for him. It's great for all of those that were able to get top 10 last week. I decided that I was going to be tryharding yesterday by playing all the top 10 decks, and I started in Solar Gold and ended in Solar Gold. So I really did not make much progress.
yeah, so you did a lot of trying, but not a lot of harding. So,
Yeah, there was not a very successful stream.
all right. So yeah, it's funny that you mentioned what you mentioned about that deck. So same thing. As I mentioned, I only finished with 8 wins. So I wanted to see if it was really a top quality deck. Um, Same thing, I don't want to take anything away from Tea Time. I think he must have played the deck very well, or I'm playing it very bad. But same thing, I'm getting about a 50% win rate. I checked the deck on GU decks, and he hasn't played it since his weekend ranked. The large population has, and their win rate is about barely 60%. I think it's like 58% or so. So a big discrepancy there on the win rate. Also, I looked at tea time, so it looks like he may have did his weekend rank like late Sunday. So again, not taking away from the way he played it. He probably knows how to play it very well compared to everybody else. But I think, as people that play GU for a while now, we know that there's certain soft spots in the meta, right? During weekend rank, we know that certain times account for a better chance. So maybe he like you said, he didn't run into Radiant Dawn, or he ran into a really good spot where a lot of people were playing decks that were countered by his particular deck. I gave it a good try. I played quite a bunch, but I just found it was like it was fun when I was winning, but it was also tough also.
Yeah, it's greedy. I mean, it's the type of list that can technically beat anything because of how much stuff you can steal. You can just steal your entire opponent's deck pretty much, right? So if your opponent has a win condition, then you have a win condition. But there's certain spots there that you can kind of get yourself run over if you're not careful.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, I think I'd like to see if Tea Time can replicate this, but maybe play it on a Friday tomorrow, maybe, or even midday Saturday to evening, but definitely not on a Sunday. I think my general impression or general takeaway is that Sunday meta, especially later on, is very soft. So I'd like the deck to be good. I'd like to find what the S tier deck is, but I'd like to see him play it a little bit earlier in the weekend rank and see how that goes. Speaking of the Band of the Wolf, you're saying you're having a hard time with the meta so far. I saw a tweet from Gods Unchained that the booster packs have sold out. Um, I did a quick check on the website, and it looks like we still have about 75% of the crafting packs left, 50% of the shiny packs, and about only 8%. No, that's backwards. We've sold 75% of our crafting packs, 50% of the shiny packs, and only 8% of the super shiny. What's your first thoughts on the booster pack selling out? I think we talked about how there was a lot of interest, right?
Yeah, this was kind of expected, even as early as last week's show, where we mentioned that it looked like the numbers were heading this way. So not very surprised to see booster packs sell out. This is great for GU in terms of a game. They need money to sustain the game long term. So being able to sell out of booster packs means that this expansion has been very successful. I mean, I'm not convinced we'll sell necessarily out of shiny and super shiny packs, but just being able to get the normal boosters out, that was huge for them. And I think the crafting packs are just pretty bad from a value perspective. When you look at what you can get, and then you look at what the value of those cards are. So I mean, it's been great for GU. Definitely a good sign for the game that they were able to sell out, and hopefully now that they are sold out, there'll be less entering the market, and maybe get some upward momentum and some prices.
Yeah, right on. I think regardless of how the other pack types sell out, I think the booster pack is a good measure of the overall set, and that sold out. So that's definitely a positive for Gods Unchained in general. And I do agree with hopefully the supply is now slowing down. After you told me about the prices of the crafted legendaries, I did take a look, and I've been looking at it, and they're still pretty cheap. Quite a few of them are under $5.
Yeah, it's a great time. It's a great buyer's market if you need any of those cards. Not financial advice, of course, but some of those are pretty strong. And of course, at the moment, all of them are available to get buffed or nerfed.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. Um, Speaking of the booster and the expansion set, there was a couple of community events that GU ran to earn trinkets and boards for the players that play the game. Did you qualify for any of them?
I have no idea.
Okay. So I
I
think
mean, I was playing games. I have the collection. I would assume that I
okay,
would qualify because I mean I've been playing Band of the Wolf cards.
right.
I think I accidentally qualified.
Yeah, and then you have both Ico and Hortuck, right?
I've got both of those.
All right. So you qualify as of the. That sounds like you qualify for both the war banner and the board as well. There is a new trinket that just a new requirement for the next trinket that was just announced. Not sure if you follow it, but this one is for Therial's sword. It's a trinket for Therial's sword, and the requirements for this one is just to play um, any of the 6 domain legendaries. So let's say you only own Gamma and you play games with Gamma. The community as a whole have to play a certain number of games, but then everyone that did will qualify for that Ethereal Sword Trinket level 1. There is a level 2 Ethereal Sword, which means that you have to own all 6 of the domain legendaries. So it sounds like you're going to qualify for both, right?
Yes, I think that this isn't a very difficult trinket to get given the prices on the secondary market right now for those cards. So that's it's something to maybe get up, spice things up for your board setting if you don't already have boards and trinkets and all that stuff ready to go. I've got a board that gets jealous if I take him away, so he kind of always sits there.
Yeah, I was about to ask your favorite trinket, but sounds like your Borb is your favorite trinket, right? Or it makes itself its favorite, the favorite trinket.
Yeah, it makes me use that. And the other trinket I use is a Kryptonian Arsenal level 7 trinket. So they only had 50 of those printed. So
Nice.
that actually is might be rarer than the Borb. I don't know how many Borbs were given out, but um, it's probably around 50, I think, or it feels like around 50.
Yeah. Was the level 7 Kryptonian or whatever you just said, was that from the
Yeah,
raffle or was that earned with requirements?
that was from Trial of the Gods raffle.
Right.
That's pretty old.
Yeah,
So
and
yeah.
so you had to get lucky to get that one, right?
Correct. Well, I mean, I didn't get the maximum lucky. Obviously, I didn't get the Citadel of the Gods, but I did get a consolation prize there. You could say.
Yeah, because level 7's the highest level the trinket could have been.
Yeah, that is the highest level for that trinket.
Okay, not bad. And I think you have a chaos board, right?
Yes, I've got one of those. I didn't get the highest level of that. I think I've only got level 5, and I think that one goes up to level 6.
Okay, but that's the one. Is that the one you use, the chaos board?
Yeah, that's the one I currently use.
Nice, nice, cool. Have you seen the war board or not yet? It actually looks pretty nice. There's like some nice decorations towards the bottom and the side on that one.
Yeah, I think I saw it and then got distracted by a cat gif, and the cat gif was better. Yeah, so yeah, I'm not huge into the cosmetic stuff,
Yeah,
but I mean, it is what it is. I mean, maybe we can get all of us get an item that someday can fetch us about $10 someday. Who knows?
yeah,
Maybe if there's more demand.
yeah. Back when
It would be interesting if GU included on their daily play and earn stuff kind of trinket qualities,
that's
because
what.
right now,
Yeah, go ahead.
yeah, right now you've got the systems where you need if you get diamonds and stuff, then you get more fragments per win. Wonder if they could up that, include the boards, include the trinkets, and then have trinkets have a certain amount assigned to them. I don't know, just a thought.
Yeah, no, that's exactly what I was about to say. Back when we were brainstorming different things, that was one of my thoughts was that a board along with trinkets would add some sort of multiplier to your earnings. Think of it as sort of like your board is sort of like a land NFT, right? And then a trinket is some sort of like, extra artifact on your land. I think it'd be good if they were able to factor that in to, have a small, doesn't have to be a big one, a small multiplier just on top of the regular fragments of cards. I think it'd be a nice incentive for people to get, boards that they like, but also gain something from it. Cool. All right. Next topic, weekend rank. You mentioned that you don't know, you have no idea what you're going to play. You're currently in Diamond, I believe, so you're going to do your usual Thursday grind back to Mythic. I'm guessing that's going to be off stream.
Yeah, we're just grinding aggro war until we get it. That's the plan.
Oh, speaking of aggro war, are you still Viking war or have you switched to Olympian war?
I'm Viking war. I can't win with Olympian war. Like Vikings, I win a solid 60% of the time, and if you win 60% of the time long enough, eventually you get to Mythic, and the games are quick. So I can get a large amount of games in a short period of time.
Right. But you're not sold on Olympian war yet.
I haven't perfected it. I mean,
Okay.
right now, the FakeMews is not who you should be going to for deck advice. It's normally I think I'm a pretty good source, but right now we've been doing a lot of losing recently on the channel, a little bit off brand, but that's pretty exciting too for my viewers.
Yeah, something different. So last Sunday you did your Easter Bunny Hop Flux, or yeah, Flux, and also decks from your viewers. Was there anything that stood out that you thought, hey, this might be fun, or something worth trying for the weekend, or are you still just gonna just see what you feel like on Friday?
Yeah, this is going to be a totally weekend ranked by committee for me for myself. It's basically whatever can get in there. I mean, I might give Aggro War the start if it does good today and gets me back into Mythic. But then once that loses, we're going to be switching, and then when that deck loses, we're going to switch again. There's probably going to be a lot of decks played. There's not really anything in specifically that just jumps out at me as amazing.
Yeah.
I think the best performing gods from what I saw on the weekend, we saw some very successful zombie death decks that were working very well, kind of control oriented, and we saw some control war work very well. The top weekend rank was control deception, but really not that much else control deception outside of Tea Time's run.
Right.
But because yeah, it's just and then some really weird magic lists performed well that I don't even think were good. So and it was very weird playing the top 10 lists yesterday.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna end up giving some sort of hidden rush a the weekend. I'm so also with you with the quick games, but might not be the usual hidden rush we've seen. I might throw in the a little bit of the deck the card stealing in there, but I think I might go with hidden rush for the weekend.
Yeah, my win rate has gone down since I put in the Nether package, so
Mm,
maybe I should just go to old hidden rush.
yeah, yeah, that might work out well. Uh, Content updates. I saw you released a couple of videos. You did your game of the week video as well. Um, Besides your stream tomorrow night for the weekend, which should happen most of the time unless you say so otherwise on your Twitter. I believe you're also planning your usual Sunday, correct?
Yeah, so what I'm going to be doing for Sunday is I'm going to let subscribers choose my decks. It's going to be called Sub Sunday. This is popular in the chess streaming community, and we're going to see if the community, adopts this or not,
Hmm.
or if I have any subscribers that suggest any decks at all. So that's what Sunday's going to be. I'm just going to play decks and then see how it goes.
Nice. So how does that work in chess? Like, if you're a chess subscriber, like, what do they dictate what opening move you play, or how does that apply to chess?
Well, in the chess sub Sundays, usually what they have is they have a team of their own chess players. So take on another person's stream. So like for instance, Hikaru might take on Levy in sub battles. His subscribers faces Levy's subscribers.
Oh, okay, nice. So you're
If I
modifying.
could get that to work, yeah, if I could get that to work, I think that would be pretty good.
Yeah, I mean, I
But
think.
I would also need,
Go ahead. You also need what?
yeah. So
Yeah, that'll be
I
interesting.
mean, also need the logistics to kind of work out.
Yeah. Yeah, but I think that'll be interesting, right? No one has really tried that yet, so we'll see what your subscribers come up with for you. I think you have a good mix of subscribers, right? You have some that are there to support you, and you have the rest that are trying to just get you to start ranting and tilting.
Most of my viewers want to watch me lose, so the recent content has been very satisfying for them. But we need to give them an unsatisfying weekend. Hopefully, something good can happen this week. I mean, but there's nothing that has been suggested from my recent results that says that this weekend's going to go very well for me, though.
Well, good luck on getting back to Mythic. Any videos you're working on this coming week?
Yeah, I'm like in a content dead zone. Like you would think with the new expansion we would be doing stuff, but at the moment, I'm just losing, so it's just like I'm not gonna make a video until I have a deck, and I don't have a deck.
Right. I understand. I understand. All right, fake news. Anything else before we end?
Nope. Have a good day, everybody.
All right. Thank you again, fake news, as always. Really appreciate your time and thoughts. Again, everyone, Fake News will be streaming his weekend ranked on Friday. He's currently focused on trying to get back to Mythic. I was able to sneak back into Mythic earlier this week, but I'm going to be taking it easy till Friday. But for my weekend, I'll be looking for quick games with Hidden Rush Deception, possibly with the Nether package, and we'll see how that goes. Uh, if you have an idea what you want to play in the weekend, please drop it on the comments, and Fake News and I will comment on them. All right, everyone. Thank you, and we'll see you next time. Roll Tide.
Roll Tide.